David Baldwin from Racing's Inside Track TV. Not a great day today, not as good as day one, but not easy to always keep it going. And it was a very strange day in Leopardstown today, but results wise. So just a quick look back on it. Min getting beaten by Simply Ned, but he was first past the post, but lost it in the stewards room. My nap of the day, Mengli Khan done an awful strange thing and ran out through the wing with Jack Kennedy. Plenty to go, and was going fine, but I think he would have won, but it's hard to know. Two Willie Mullins horse went down to last and fell. Just very, very strange mad race, and Whiskey Sarah then winning for David Mullins. Looking then at the Paddy Parrott Chase, Annabelle Fly, very, very impressive. This was a race I couldn't really pick a horse in it, so we just had a small each way bet on 3 stars who ran no sort of a race at all. But Annabelle Fly, very, very impressive, and it just shows that grade 1 form going back into handicaps is massive. Class always seems to come out on top. Madison to Monroe, and the bumper horse that I really like, ran no sort of a race, far too keen from the start, and his race was over after a mile and a half. But the winner, carefully selected, of Willie Mullins's, who I said yesterday had won a point to point on the same track on the same day as Madison to Monroe, was mighty impressive. This is a horse we'll be hearing a lot more of. It was interesting to hear Patrick Mullins say after the race that when they were crossing the road, where you usually taking a breather there in the bumper in Leopardstown, they were going away from him. So it just shows the gallop that they went was just unbelievable. But this horse just kept going out, and he was a very impressive winner. So that's a horse definitely for the tracker that we'll hear a lot more, and maybe probably see in Cheltenham in March. Never Russia Khan, that was in the handicap hurl. He ran no sort of a race at all today. And over to Limerick then, Cracker Dancer was very, very impressive, who I selected. 3-time bumper winner mare, and first time over hurdles in the maiden hurdle today, and she won by 25 lengths. She was very, very good, and that's a mare that we'll be seeing plenty more of as well. Weight here in the last, just not good enough, beaten by a better horse in Monotype for Paul Nolan. Heavy ground maybe just didn't suit him. And then in Chepstow, obviously no racing today because of all the rain that they had, so the Welsh Nationals being put back. But looking forward to tomorrow, Leopardstown. There is an inspection at 7:30 in the morning. Hopefully they'll get over that, because I don't think the weather is as cold as what they were given. And in the first race, Willie Mullins has the odds-on favourite, a horse that's won a couple of times in France, first run here in Ireland. Obviously you have to respect all those horses, but 8-13, very short. And the horse that I like in the race is Flawless Escape, ridden by Roger Loughran for Gordon Elliott. Had a very good run the last day when he was finished second to a horse of Willie Mullins's, and I'd say that horse of Willie's, Burrow Saint, looks like a very good horse and is entered in all the top grade 1 races, novice hurdles. So Flawless Escape I think is a good price at 9-2, and take on the favourite there in that. In the second race, it's an interesting race. Monlino, Red Devil Lads and Glenlow all take each other on after the last day in Navan. They fought out a very good finish. That Red Devil Lads won. He's joint favourite. Monlino, Glenlow is 9-1. The horse that I like in the race is Diro Valles, ridden by Katie Walsh. He's 12-1 tomorrow, and he had a good, very good run the last day in Fairyhouse, just behind Midnight Stroll, and before that on his first run for Willie, won Up and Down Patrick. And I just think with 10 stone 1, I think is a good each way bet at 12-1 to try and get in between the top 3 in the market. So that's my pick in that race. And then we jump on to a very, very good race tomorrow, the 120. The Christmas hurdle over 3 miles. Apples Jades, first time over 3 mile. Nicholas Canyon trying to get revenge after the Hatton's Grace, and Super Sunday, who finished 3rd that day. Jet skis there as well. Lieutenant Colonel, Augusta Kate, Batamon. It's a very, very good race. Very interesting to see, will Appleshade stay the 3 mile. I don't think she'll have a problem. I think she will stay, but at odds on, wouldn't be for me to be backing her. She will be hard to beat, and especially if she stays, she should win. But the horse that I like, and I've had a bet on it last week, was Super Sunday at 12-1. Now he's now 6-1. My reason for backing it last week at 12-1 was I thought the race was going to cut up and he'd be a lot shorter come the day, and that's proved right now. So hoping that he can go close. He's got some very, very good form, and he's a good horse, and I think the step up to 3 mile tomorrow for him is definitely going to be in his favour. So we've taken on the favourite and the second favourite, Nicholas Canyon and Appleshade, with Super Sunday, and I still think a 6-1 is a decent price. He might drift out a little bit more tomorrow then. The bumper, again, Leopardstown Christmas bumpers, always going to be very good. Some very well bred horses in here, a couple of point-to-point winners. And the favourite is Voice to Teep of William Mullins's, second to last day, good run, and he was beaten by Someday early on in the year. It was, and some days obviously it was a good bumper horse. Hasn't really proved that way over hurdles, but still a good run, a good horse. But the one that I'm going to take him on with is Active Force of Noel Meads. We had a Noel Mead winner on day one up and down Royal, and I was told about this horse as well. With that horse, I was told the two of these would take plenty of beating when they run. He's a winner of a point-to-point for Jamie Codd and Dennis Murphy. So he's my selection in the bumper, and he is currently 7-2 second favourite. So have a look at him. And then we skip on to the big race of the day, the standout race of the week, and the return again of the John Durkan winner and the Gold Cup winner, Sizen John. A very exciting race because everybody, you just don't know what York Hill is going to turn up, and an extremely talented animal. But for me, Sizen John, like I said on day one, in the treble with foot pads and might bite, everything rolls onto him tomorrow, so hopefully he wins. He's now 6-5 favourite, but I still think he can get involved at that price. I don't see how any of them beat him. The ground is ideal. He was very impressive in the John Durkan, and he'll surely only improve for that as well. I don't see how Sizen John gets beaten tomorrow. I really don't. It's going to be a very interesting race, especially with York Hill. And then as well, you got to remember, you have a very good horse in Road to Respect is there as well. He's 12-1, so maybe if you're looking for something without Sizen John to back each way, or a bet just even without Sizen John, Road to Respect is very, very good horse. Outlander's there as well. Jack Adam, he'll surely improve from the Punchestown run as well. But for me, I can't see anything other than a Sizen John win, which for racing is a good thing too. And then the last race, highly competitive beginner's chase. Very, very exciting race. Bacardi's who's favourite, beaten, big surprise when he was beaten the last day in Naas, and Snow Falcon was ahead of him. Very, very high class animal too. But the horse for me in this race is, yes, the other two have a run this season and Sutton Palace doesn't, but I think at 7-4 Sutton Palace is the bet for this race for me. McCarthy's, whatever went wrong the last day, he is better than that. Snow Falcon had a good run behind Death Duty in the Drimmore the last day, but for me, Sutton Place is a horse held in very high regard by connections, and this is a horse I think he'll be ready for tomorrow. And he always jumped well over hurdles, so there's no reason why chasing big strong Scobie horse will take the fences, and this is the one I think will win a very highly competitive beginner's chase to finish day 3 on. So they're the selections for tomorrow, and hopefully a bit better day than today, and we get to treble up the 10-1 treble with Size and John winning.